Texas handed over its complete list of registered voters to the Trump administration. Now the Department of Justice has information on more than 18 million voters registered in the state. The Texas Secretary of State's office confirmed that exchange to our guest today. Joining us is Natalia Contreras with Votebeat Texas. That's a news outlet reporting on elections and voting. Natalia, welcome back to the show and thanks for talking to us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, why did the Trump administration want that complete voter roll from not just Texas, but every other state in the country?
Yeah, the Trump administration since last fall has been asking all 50 states to turn over their voter roll, the entire voter list. And this is something that, since 2020, President Trump has been very interested in our elections, in election administration. So this is something that's really just something that the president has been really focused on since he came into office. And this is something that's not going to stop. We've seen executive orders related to elections. We're expecting probably more like those and just bills that are getting proposed in Congress as well.
I would imagine a lot of people out there are wondering about this in particular. What is included in all that information that Texas has now shared with the DOJ?
Yeah, so the Secretary of State's office, the state of Texas, has information. Whenever you register to vote, you put your full name, you put your address, you put your partial social security number or your driver's license number maybe. That's information that the state has, and that is what they've in fact submitted in to the Justice Department. Why this is concerning to some folks, including Democrats who recently wrote to the Secretary of State about this, is that it's unclear what the federal government intends to do with all of this information, but also they raise questions about the fact that voter roll maintenance is up to the states. It's actually up to each individual jurisdiction. The governor and Jay Nelson, the Secretary of State, do not have the authority to remove anyone from the voter roll. That is up to each individual jurisdiction, each county official. So they're raising all kinds of questions about what can potentially happen now that the federal government has access to this information.
You mentioned, Natalia, the Democrats, many of them out there that you spoke to in your story, expressing those concerns about this. Does this perhaps lead to a legal challenge that we brought up? I mean, have they spoken much about that?
There are already legal challenges, not specifically about this yet, but in relation to what the state of Texas and other states are doing about, submitting the entire voter roll into federal databases right now that are checking for people's citizenship and, eventually removing people from the rolls. So it's not just that, but also there are concerns here about the legality of this, right? I mean, turning in all of this information that's supposed to be confidential could violate voters' privacy rights. So yes, even though we haven't seen anything yet, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some legal challenges come out of this, like we've already seen with how the state of Texas and other states are using the voter roll to submit information to the federal government so that they can remove voters based on citizenship. That's just one example.
Yeah, sure. We'll have to keep following on that, too, in case any potential lawsuits get filed. Final question for you, Natalia. Is every state out there complying with these requests from the Trump administration, or has there been much pushback from some other places?
Yeah, actually, the Justice Department just sued about 23 states that haven't complied with this request. And, when I started talking to the Secretary of State's office in December about this, actually in August, they decided that they were going to turn the data over. They hadn't done it. But by December, since I actually hadn't seen a lawsuit come out of Texas, I just assumed that the state of Texas was complying, and the Justice Department confirmed as much multiple times. And the Secretary of State's office also obviously confirmed to us. But yeah, 23 states are being sued right now, including Arizona and Wisconsin are the most recent ones for not complying with this.
All right, we will end our conversation there, but you all can read Natalia Contreras' reporting on Votebeat's website as well as the Texas Tribune's website, so I'll send you to both of those places. But Natalia, thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.